Hi everyone and welcome to this Formula 1 2019 career mode. My name is James.
And my name is Matthew, and we're going to take you on this journey here as James attempts to bring McLaren back to glory.
Back to the glory days. So as you can see, 101 AI, half the race distance, no assists, no flashbacks. Let's do this.
You're going full ham on this one, James, aren't you?
Full ham. I'm so excited because I've been meaning to do this for a long time. Here we are in the cutscene.
Sorry, I'm just on my way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
Welcome to your new team. McLaren are one of the most successful teams in the sport, and they've reinvented themselves over the past few years. They demand excellence from all areas of their organization, and they'll expect you to integrate yourself and get up to speed from the first race.
Okay, no pressure at all there. So we've got power upgrades coming, and the chassis upgrade coming. Durability.
Not worrying about aero, Jim.
No, you can drive around that. Don't worry about that. Alright. So we've done practice. Into qualifying we go.
We're just about ready to kick off today's qualifying here in Melbourne. It's the Australian Grand Prix. So then, Ant, it's another Grand Prix weekend, another exciting qualifying session ahead of us. What are you going to be looking out for over the next few minutes?
The first question's going to be who can avoid making mistakes. There isn't much margin for error in qualifying, and you have to bear in mind that the track conditions may have changed since practice, particularly as we've had a few support races in the meantime. If the brake bias settings, for example, don't take this into account, it's extremely easy to lock up a front wheel and cause a flat spot. Just like that, your lap's ruined and you've wasted a set of tyres to boot.
Okay, so park firmware regulations.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
So we're in Q1 and we'll drive out for our first lap.
Can you explain? Because most people would just do a flying lap, but you're actually doing a drive out. So can you explain why you do that?
Look, it's all about immersion and realism for me, despite no halo. But you can actually save a lot of tyre life by doing a manual driving out lap. Yeah, so I started this lap on 0% tyre wear. So
good tip there for people looking to get their career modes going and their good quality results.
Yeah, well usually you start on about 4% tyre wear, so yeah, so see how we go with this lap. We've got the engine turned up to rich and we're on hot lap. I actually didn't put the engine all the way up to max because I want to save a bit for Q2.
That sounds fair. You're looking very smooth as you're going through the corners and not much of an erratic use of the steering wheel.
That's right, mate, you've got to keep the inputs minimal. So hopefully this car gets out of the way. It's one of the Red Bulls there. And we're through. No loss there.
You look very calm and stoic in the webcam view there.
Thanks, mate, I appreciate it. It's all about keeping calm in Q1. You don't want to overdrive the car. All about the exit for this last corner here, onto the power nice and early, flick through the gears, DRS open, and what's that then? 123.9.
Seems like a banker.
It's a banker.
And it got you through.
Well, let's have a look. 15, Woo! We just, so that's not much in front of Gasly there.
All personnel be aware, car leaving.
Bit of a risk there just doing the one lap, but save the tyres.
No, that's fair. That's fair. You can go more full on for this next quali session because it'll be a bit harder to get through.
That's it. So we have one pair of tyres on 6% wear, so I think we're wearing those boots on this first lap.
Couple of lockups there, mate.
Yeah, look, really trying to push hard on this lap here because it is Q2, so the pressure is getting to my head a little bit, but Yeah, look, hopefully the lap is good. We're currently 0.2 down on our previous lap, so it's going well so far.
Yep.
There we go, we're actually 0.4 up now, so it should be good. We should be able to get a good lap here.
It's always hard to nail that the exit of that chicane.
Yeah, I know, it's like the faster you go out of that chicane, the faster that red wall comes at you, so you really got to watch out there. It's a pretty tricky last sector here at Albert Park. It's a slight lift for this corner here, back on the power, and this is the hardest corner on the track, I think.
Well, I always lock up whenever I go into that one, so no matter what I do, I can't seem to nail it.
Yeah, there's not too much grip there either. Anyway, so we're 0.3 up, so we lost some time in that last sector. But that's good enough for 5th.
That lap puts you at P5.
We'll definitely take that.
Yep.
So we'll skip forward in time a bit there. And look at that, right behind our teammate and Carlos Sainz. 0.2 down. Which showed us that the difficulty is pretty much bang on there.
Yeah, you want to be competitive, but at the same time, you don't want to be overrun.
That's right. So that's the end of Q3 actually. We actually didn't get a time out there because I had a hydraulic problem and we couldn't get a lap out. So we'll start 9th.
And what I noticed there was Lewis Hamilton is stuck behind you as well, so maybe that hydraulic problem's going around the paddock.
Look mate, it might be one of those things like coronavirus, I hope not. And on that note, hopefully everyone out there is nice and safe, staying at home.
And the eventual season finale at the Yas Island circuit in Abu Dhabi. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. Its combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners make it a tricky track.
It's a great circuit to go visit if you've never been. There are some great vantage points all around the circuit. And I just love the idea that it's a track that is just normal roads surrounding an artificial man-made lake.
Absolutely. I mean, we live in Melbourne, so there you go, cat's out the bag there. We are locals here, so this is the home race for me. And I've driven this circuit in real life, obviously just before the race, when all the signs are up, and it's a good experience.
It's a great experience. I think about a month before the GP or 3 weeks before is when you can just get in on the track where everything is set up, and it feels amazing to actually go through while you got all the signs and the barriers around.
Absolutely right, and you do run wide on purpose to just kiss the curbs, don't you?
Yeah.
As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Alexander Albon, and Sainz, Ricciardo, Perez, James, and Lewis Hamilton.
There we go, there's my avatar.
Doesn't look too bad actually.
Looks a bit like me.
Yeah.
Grosjean, Lance Stroll, and Antonio Giovinazzi.
Having Hamilton for company, that's going to be interesting throughout this race.
Just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Enjoy the race, guys. Let's go.
Get a decent start there.
And the career mode is underway. Looking to our left and right, we've got cars everywhere. We found a lane through there, we found the inside lane.
Done very nicely to get past that racing point.
That's not a bad start, we're up 1 position, up into 8th place there. Is that Sainz having a go at that Red Bull there?
He's a bit punchy.
In a long off season.
You can imagine that when the Formula 1 season actually begins this year, the drivers are just going to go absolute hammer and tongs.
Oh, it's very crowded in there. Look at that. How there's no front wing flying there, I don't know. Somebody tell me the answer to that question.
Oh, you know, these are the best drivers in the world, and you expect the best from them.
You do. So then, a relatively clean start. Back on board. We've got the engine turned right up.
And while Perez is getting dicey with that Renault, that could give you a chance to come on through.
Well, we've got the run.
You got a very good drive out of there. You got a very good drive. Don't tell me you're going to go 3 wide. No, not 3 wide, not 3 wide.
You can't fit 3 cars around there.
Wow.
He's done it. Looking at the replay now, we've dived onto the inside lane. And we've taken Ricardo, and Perez has lost out massively there.
Yeah, but you know what? That gap was open. That was there. It was just begging you to take that.
It'd be rude not to. I mean, they were just focusing on each other, and then there was just a lane. It was a red carpet experience.
Well, what does Ayrton Senna say? If you don't go for a gap anymore, you are no longer a racing car driver.
Then on debut, I'm definitely a racing driver.
Well, that's the thing. You're trying to prove a point here. You're trying to show that you're not just given this role willy-nilly, and
That's
that you're out there to show everyone that you're one of the best.
I truly belong. That's what we're saying, right?
That's what you're saying, mate. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh god. Okay, so I think we're up into 7th place. We've had a great first lap, but now we've got Hamilton, the reigning world champion. He's right on our tails here. Can we keep him behind? Should we keep him behind?
Well, that's the thing. You're not racing him overall. He's going to make his way up the field. Mind you, he's looking for a dip around the outside.
You can't go too wide around that fast left-right hander.
Maybe you'll just get the drive here going into the next corner.
He has got the superior power unit. That can't be
Absolutely.
denied. It's going to be all about having a clean third sector and then launching it into the pit straight.
Well, he hasn't let go of you yet.
I don't think he will. I think he's holding on real tight.
Yep.
That's a clean exit there. But he's got the draft. But no DRS just yet, so...
That's probably saved you there.
Well, for now anyway.
Meanwhile, your teammate Carlos Sainz is up further down the field.
Yes, he is too. This is actually costing me time now, so I'm not sure how much longer I should try and keep him behind me. But it's the home GP, first race. It's time to build a reputation as a fighter.
And what better way than against the world champion?
That's it. We'll slam the door in his face right there. There is no respect.
Bit of Nico Rosberg there.
Well, you know, that's a compliment.
I did not say it as a bad thing.
That's right. Shout out Nico, my boy. We'll have a few beers after the race, and me and Nico might just go on this podcast as well.
Oh, I was just about to suggest that.
As we get a nice run out of the fast chicane. We've got the engine and the ERS turned right up. And we're trying to hold on to signs as well. So not losing too much time. But we should be gaining time right now because the tyres are fresh. And the car's getting lighter every lap.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're having a better lap this time around. Obviously not as much jostling with Hamilton.
That's right, and
So-
we're keeping it clean.
Let's have a look at the gap between you and Sainz. 2.1.
You're losing a small
Oh, Hamilton's trying around the outside. Look at him in our mirrors, on board with him right now. Oh, we run wide there. He'll have the run into turn 3.
He's got DRS as well.
I don't know what's going to happen here, mate. We park it in the middle of the track.
He's gone around the outside. Oh,
We left
no.
him some room.
No, you just had to yield.
You just think he'll be back.
Yeah, you just wonder what he's going to be saying underneath that visor of his.
A few choice words there.
He'll probably be complaining to Bono a bit, you know, wondering why he can't get past the car.
He'll be calling me a bastard, surely.
Oh, he doesn't actually swear that much on the radio.
No.
It's not Sebastian Vettel, is it?
No. Well, he's a clean racer. We know that. So hopefully we don't get a tank sniper. Here he is, coming up the inside.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Through you go.
Oh, and he leaves room. He leaves room.
He backed off.
He backed off. You know, it's a long race. It's a long season. He knows that once he gets past me, he can jump up and attack signs.
Yeah, but still. Ooh.
Jeez, we're building a bit of a name for ourselves here.
Channeling the inner Nico there.
Hard to get past us here.
Very nice defensive display so far.
Thank you very much.
But the caveat to this is that you're potentially losing out to your teammate, and you're
let's see
the
the
first
gap.
person you're compared to.
Well, let's see the gap right here. What's it now? It looks further. 2.3. It's relatively the same.
Yep. So I haven't lost out too much yet.
And we've been fighting, so that's a good sign for us. We have race pace.
I'm looking in the mirrors trying to find Hamilton.
He's not close enough on that occasion. Maybe we can mount an attack on Sainz here.
He's got a bit of breathing room now, which is nice.
Yeah, we've seemed to keep Hamilton at bay for now.
But it's only lap 5.
It's a long race. We've got 29 laps here at Albert Park. Beautiful circuit. Back on board with Hamilton then.
Yeah, so he's just going to try and squeeze this through and focus on getting that beautiful exit, which he seems to have done alright. So he might have a dip at you here. Oh, no, I don't think he's close enough. He'll hang behind you, go through the chicane, and then get that DRS and...
Oh, the exit!
Oh, no! Oh, no, you just run wide there.
Oh dear, I think I had a moment there.
Oh, no.
And we found ourselves behind, but you know what? It might not be a bad thing.
I think...
Sorry.
No, you're right. I think if you're going to hold him up for much longer, that would compromise your race too much. Shame it happened on a bit of a mistake, but that's okay. You can now focus on putting in good lap times before your first pit stop.
Well, the thing is, I would actually rather make a mistake than to be seen as letting him past.
Yep, no, that's fair.
As a racing driver.
That's fair. We'll just have a look here. We've got a midfield train going on here. We've got an Alpha, we've got a couple of Toro Rossos, we've got a Pink Panther, we've got a Haas, and it's all alive further down the field.
Yep. It's a very tight field this year, which is great for the racing, isn't it?
Well, you know, if the racing at the front end isn't going to be great, you better hope the midfield battle's good.
Yes, exactly right. And hopefully soon we'll be in the front end of the grid fighting those guys. The big boys, as it were. So where are we then? Lap 7. In 8th place against Sainz. So Hamilton has found a way past Sainz. Not surprising. And we've got Kimi Raikkonen behind us somewhere. Not too close.
So a bit of fresh air, a bit of clean air for you.
Yep. As we jump forward then into lap 10. We've been putting in some good lap times and we'll just head to the pit stop for our one mandatory pit stop.
So you're going for the undercut here on Carlos Sainz?
Exactly right. So we're in one lap early, and here we are with Hamilton.
We've got 2 Red Bulls there. Yeah, that was Alex Albon that he's just taken.
He's taken Albon, and now he wants Verstappen. So he's going to be working his way.
Oh, but Albon's come back.
He has too. There's another man who's out for a reputation. He's here to build up that character in Formula 1.
Well, considering that he got the nod ahead of Pierre Gasly, he definitely wants to show that he deserves to be in that Red Bull seat.
That's right. So we're out of the pits now, and hopefully we'll have a good outlap as we get an update on Carlos Sainz.
Yeah, so here he is. He's chasing with Alex Albon now. He had a bit of a lock-up there, so that'll give Sainz a better drive coming out as they're going towards the chicane.
Is he going to get past him?
Oh, we'll have to wait and see.
There's no way through this left-right hander. We know that.
No, he's just hanging back.
Look at this wonderful helicopter camera.
Yeah, you can see the beauty that is Albert Park. What's that, St Kilda Road on the left?
St Kilda Road on the left there.
Just to reinforce that we know this place.
Yes, we are locals. So Sainz is being held up here on his, it might be his in-lap. We'll see if he comes in.
Yep. Oh, there he is.
He's in. And we're on board with me now. On the top screen there, so let's see who comes out on top. We'll keep an eye out on Carlos Sainz's pit stop.
Yep. This is great to see you and Carlos.
Yeah, it's a clean battle. You could say that maybe
he's been held up.
Had a hand to play in this.
Carlos has been held up there.
He's had an average pit stop, and that's only going to help us. He's going to come out in front. We're flooring it. We've got the engine turned up. There he is.
That's Carlos there.
Oh, looks like he's just made it. Can we go around the outside?
No, you can't. But you got a much better exit on that corner, and now you're going to be hunting him down. But look at this, he's got the DRS. You don't have the DRS. Oh, and he's moving left and right. What are you going to do? Oh no, don't tell me. Oh, he sent it down the inside. Oh, it looks like a bit of damage there.
That's a yellow front wing right there.
And he's had to run wide.
We're still going. He's still
still side by side.
And we drive him out of the track.
Oh, we need to look at this.
Look at replay. And what's that bit of front wing? That's my front left end plate right there.
Yep.
That's not good. That's going to affect our downforce.
See, not that I'm biased, but looking at that, I think Carlos should have given you a bit more room going into turn 3 there.
Well, I was coming through, mate.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. He should have given you a bit of room. I think he had the right of the corner.
I had the speed. I had to get out of it if I wasn't going to pass him. So
yeah.
here we are. We're currently on board with Science. Seems like his car hasn't got any damage from that last little get together.
So are you feeling the effects of losing that M plate there?
Look, probably not right now. You just got to adjust your driving style a little bit. You got to turn in a bit sooner and just anticipate a bit of understeer. But the fact that I'm on the hard tyres too, I'm really going to feel it later on in the race.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, it looks like Kimi Raikkonen's just popped up out of nowhere, and he's now chasing the two McLaren cars. You go very defensive.
As you have to, and you retake the racing line, you're allowed to do that.
Oh, but look at Kimi!
Kimi's got through with shafted signs.
Oh no, I wonder what the McLaren boys are going to think of this.
Kimi, the veteran, he's done that a few times in his career as we lock up.
Yeah, no, very opportunistic from Raikkonen there. Carlos Sainz isn't giving up though. Kimi's harvesting a bit of energy, so it'll be interesting to see if Carlos can come back here. And whether or not Kimi's going to have a go at you.
All I know is that Carlos Sainz will be cursing me under that helmet, because I've cost him dearly.
Yeah. Oh, look at Kimi trying to go around the outside.
There's no room there, Kimi, I'm afraid.
Wow, he's very punchy this season. Trying to prove just how much of a hobby Formula 1 is for him.
Yes, it's a choice for that guy, isn't it?
Yes.
Imagine that.
Oh, Carlos Sainz!
Sainz going up the inside on the chicane. That's the peekaboo maneuver.
Wow, did not see that coming.
Oh, Raikkonen is shell-shocked after that one.
Yeah, probably some choice words from Kimi Raikkonen there. He'll probably think that was a bit unfair, but the gap was there.
The gap was there as we try and get a smooth exit out of the penultimate corner. But Sainz is on it here. I'm feeling the understeer.
Notice you've just turned up the settings a little bit there.
Yep.
You're still going to take that racing line.
Carlos is going very deep.
Oh,
running off the track.
Ooh.
Are you allowed to do that?
I mean, look, from what I've seen in various Grand Prix, the stewards will be having a look at it, at the very least. Andrea Seibel and Zach Brown will probably be shaking their heads as Kimi Raikkonen
is having a go at Sainz. Sorry to interrupt you there, Matthew.
No, perfectly fine.
They're still going.
See, from a team perspective, McLaren cannot be happy with this.
Oh, definitely true. I've hurt Sainz's race here. He was in front. He was actually contending with the Red Bulls, and then I got past him right after the pit stops, and now he's just in this mess with me.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Yep. And you brought the Alfa Romeo into it as well. And look at that. Is that Daniel Ricciardo? Who's
it's one of the Renaults coming up. I think it is Ricciardo there.
Going along the outside there is Kimi, but no.
That's never going to work, Kimi.
So close to contact. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a bit of debriefing between you and the team bosses, I reckon.
Well, look, it's the first race of the season. I'm on debut. I'm at my home race. I'm not going to just, let my teammate pass. It's not right. And it's round one. We're on 0 points each. There's no championship leader.
Were any team orders given to you guys from what you remember?
Look, Zach Brown, he just said, have a good race, bring it home in one piece. He didn't really mention Carlos Sainz, actually.
Maybe they didn't anticipate that this would be happening in the first race of the season.
Exactly right. Look, I was on 9th on the grid and he was 7th, so,
Well, he was meant to be the lead McLaren for this race, but currently that's you.
It is actually, and we've gotten through, not in the cleanest way, but it worked. As we jump forward to lap 16, and Sainz he has caught up, and he's still trying his moves around the outside. A bit like Alonso there.
Jeez. Everyone has had their morning coffee for this Grand Prix because everyone is just having an absolute dip.
And that was Ricciardo. He's getting closer and closer. We are costing everyone time, including Sainz and Raikkonen.
Yeah, Ricciardo must be rubbing his hands right now, whereas it looks like Carlos has got a great drive. What's he going to do? Down the outside?
Down the
outside. Is there room? No.
No. And he gets right out of it too, which has put Raikkonen right into contention. What's he going to do? Move up the inside or outside, or is he just going to wait?
See, if I'm team principal, I'm not enjoying watching Carlos get pushed as he's trying to make a move. I'm probably tapping my feet. Meanwhile, Daniel Ricciardo is still in the mix.
Here we go, we're on board with Raikkonen then.
Be interesting to see if that Ferrari power unit can deliver and catch up to the two Renault-powered McLarens.
That's a very good point you raised there.
And Carlos is going for it again.
I bet you Carlos is on the radio saying, "What more do I have to do? This is a joke."
No, this is very true. He's probably not going to put you on his Christmas list this year just based off this event.
No, I probably won't be receiving a Christmas card from him. But that is a long time away, so things might get better this season. You never know.
Yep. Maybe a couple of years will help that. Anyway, lap 22 now. We still have Carlos Sainz behind you. Kimi Raikkonen behind him. Daniel Ricciardo behind Raikkonen. And so we're going to the live coverage. And
what's up there?
Oh no!
Is that Raikkonen?
That is Raikkonen.
He's got to pull over. He's slow.
Something's gone. Something's gone kaboom.
Cannot believe it for the Flying Finn. He's out of the Australian Grand Prix. Can you believe that?
Well, you know,
I mean,
Ferrari were talking up their power unit, reliability and such, but seems to have lost out today.
That's such a shame. That's Raikkonen out of 9th place, and he was looking good for maybe 8th or 7th.
Well, that's the thing. The pressure put on Sainz now might not be there, although I do see a few cars behind him, so I don't think he'll miss it.
Well, I think Ricciardo will just take Raikkonen's place there and just join in on this little battle for 7th place.
Yeah, it's heating up a bit. We've only got 5 laps to go, so it's anyone's race at this point.
This race has flown by. This is the battle for best of the rest here.
Yeah. Another outside look from Carlos. Maybe he's just trying to show you that he's still in the mirrors and he's not going away anytime soon.
Well, he made me run wide there, so I think he is actually just trying to put on the pressure and make me crack on my first race.
Channeling his inner Spaniard there.
That's right. The old Alonso flick has been many and not few apart today, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Oh, we've seen quite a few of them, so no, I feel that.
They're everywhere. We get a pretty good exit out of this corner, but so does Sainz. He'll have DRS.
Oh no,
he's going. I've turned the engine up.
He's on the outside here. Oh!
Does that break me there?
Oh no.
It appears that those medium tyres are where it's at right now.
Well, let's have a look here. Yeah, he's actually ahead of you before going into the corner.
There was no way I was going to put my nose cone into that.
Yeah, it reminds me of Abu Dhabi 2019. Carlos Sainz, he definitely sent it there.
Oh, he sent it. Anyway, so that's one of those moves where you just say, yep, fair enough, you passed me, but let's just try and keep our composure. As Lance Stroll, he's right up my fucker.
Yeah, no, he wants a piece of this pie. And in regards to the team championship, this is very important if Racing Point can actually split the two McLarens here.
Absolutely right. As he tries the outside, my tyres should be there, but I think that missing front wing end plate is affecting downforce a lot.
Yeah, side by side at one point there, so he's definitely amongst it, and you'll have to keep yourself on your toes for him.
He wants it, and the thing is, if I go off here, there's about 4 cars behind us, and we'll be out of the points, so there's a lot at stake here.
Yeah, you got to keep your cool, got to keep your composure. Oh no, that's 6 cars.
They've all got DRS except for me. Can we survive? We have 4 laps to go.
You really are the head of this choo-choo train.
Well, you know,
there's no DRS.
No comment. No comment.
No, well, I think we can safely say that the hard tyre was probably not the optimal option there.
It was not, and I was playing it safe there, but I'm suffering now. I've got less downforce and less grip as Stroll is weaving behind us.
Yeah, trying to find a way.
There's no way through there, but he'll set himself up.
He's also allowed Daniel Ricciardo to get in nice and close.
Let's see then.
He might have a look at you going into the chicane. He'll have the slipstream.
Back on board then. We're running out of ERS and we're running out of petrol as well. We're running out of defense.
This is going to be very interesting. These last 3 laps here in this battle for the highest paying points for the midfield teams, as the top 3 teams have taken 1st through 6th.
Exactly right, and we've turned the RS down to none there because we just need to harvest for the main straight.
Well, that Mercedes power unit is probably going to beat whatever's in the back of your McLaren right now.
The Renault, yes.
Gap to car in front is 2
Science back to 2.4, where it all began, eh?
Yeah. So, I mean, it'd be very interesting to see if you finish roughly the same timeline behind Carlos Sainz.
Doesn't look like it because it was jumped forward to lap 28 and he's off.
Yep.
You can't see him.
Well, to be fair, he does not seem to be battling with 5 or 6 other midfield cars.
Yep. We really have our hands full here. Managing a damaged car. We have fiery characters behind us.
Well, Stroll's got a point to prove. Daniel Ricciardo needs to prove that Renault was the right choice. I don't think it has worked out the way he wanted it to so far.
Look, he's out there in what, 10th place, or is that?
That would be 9th. Because we lost
place.
Kimi.
Exactly right there.
So the final lap.
Last lap then, can we hold on? It's been a long race.
He's trying to go down the inside. There is Lance Stroll.
Is that a bit of contact? We lock up.
You've held it though.
We're harvesting as much DRS as possible and saving fuel for the last straight. We can just get in the way here. What's this then? He's coming around the outside.
Oh, he's very close. But
Squeeze him out there.
Yeah.
This is high risk stuff.
You are fighting for your life here on your debut Grand Prix.
That's right. Hopefully doing the Aussies proud with some Aussie grit on full display right here.
It is reminiscent of Mark Webber's performance in his first race at Minardi here, isn't it?
Oh, look at that. Taking my lines there. Have the golden piece of paper with all the stats. Oh, look at this. He's coming out the outside. He's trying.
No, not going to work. Though he will get DRS here. So we're going to see here. This is the last bite of the cherry for Lance Stroll. He's behind you. Is he moving to the inside? No, he does not have enough speed. I think you've got him. As long as you don't make a mistake here, I think you've held off the Pink Panther. One last ditch effort into the penultimate corner.
Oh, we're losing the rear end everywhere now. We need a good exit, and we get one. We turn up the engine,
and just
turn up
hug
the
the line.
DRS, approach the flag. Well done, I'm happy with that one.
You look very relieved in the capture there.
Yeah. That's an 8th place position right there. We'll take it.
That's it
2
for another
points.
Grand Prix and a
Not bad for the start of the season. Definitely best of the rest so far, as both McLarens take those next available positions. Valtteri Bottas taking the win there.
I'm happy with that.
Yep.
Love Valtteri.
That's fair.
And we are exhausted.
Yeah, you can see that. You've hung the gloves up. Danny Rick not too happy.
Danny Rick, yeah, he's keeping that visor down.
Let's see how the driver standings have changed. Valtteri Bottas.
So Lewis Hamilton only finished 4.5 seconds behind Valtteri, so I have to ask whether or not you held him up enough which stopped him from potentially winning this race.
Look, I would like to think that it was my fault that he couldn't win the race today. So yes, my answer is yes.
Dogged display by you.
And there you go, we're losing our rivalry to Science, but yeah, it was a close race. It was one position.
No, I think you need to be happy with that.
Excellent result today. Finishes like that will look good on your contract reviews. On to the next one.
Hello, James. As you heard in the meeting, we weren't exactly happy with the way you and Carlos were today, but we understand it's the first race of the season, your first Grand Prix. Very proud of you with the result. You brought it home. I think everything we brought up at the meeting shows exactly what we expect from you two, and we're very excited and looking forward to seeing the next few results coming our way. Cheers.